arrive, and he saw my name, and he thought, oh, he said, oh, Jake's gonna be here. He asked the manager of the surf shop. He said, hey, Jake's gonna be here, later today. And then so the manager said, yeah, he's gonna come in and do a little private performance. So I guess so Jimmy wrote a little note for me, and it was on the back of a Whalers flyer, a concert flyer. So he wrote this little note, and it's like, hey, hey Jake, this is Jimmy Buffett. I'm in town. I'm going to be doing a show at the Shell. So I was wondering if you could come down and and if you weren't doing anything, come down to the Shell and check us out. So and he left the number. So when I walked into the surf shop, the manager's like, oh my gosh, Jake, you're not gonna believe it, but Jimmy Buffett was in here, and he gave me this note to give to you. And I'm like, no, come on, what? I thought he was pulling my leg, right? Because there's no way. I'm like, wait, Jimmy Buffett? No, come on. But anyways, he gave me this note, and there was a phone number on there. I read the note, and I'm still in disbelief. I'm like, no, come on, someone's pulling a prank on me, right? But I called the number, and it was Mike Ramos, Jimmy's manager, and he was expecting my call, and I'm like, oh, hi, this is Jake Shimabukuro, and Mike's like, hey Jake, yeah, hey Jimmy wanted you to come down to the show, and and do all, and just so happened I had the night of Jimmy's show, I had a little family dinner thing, right? So I told Mike, oh man, I would love to come, but I have this family engagement that night. And Mike was like, really? He's like, oh man, that's too bad, because Jimmy really wants you to sit in with the band. And I said, wait, what? He wants me to play? So I said, I'll call you right back. Hung up. I called my mom. Hey mom, I can't make it tomorrow night. But no, I told my mom, and she was just, so thrilled. And then that night I went down for sound check, and I remember just showing up. I was so nervous, because, Jimmy Buffett, so I'm so nervous, and I get backstage, and I'm walking on, and I remember running into Mike, and Mike was like, oh, Jake, yeah, come here. And he takes me on stage, and all the Core Reefer band, the whole band is they're on stage, they're sound checking, and then Jimmy, and then he waves to Jimmy, he's like, hey Jimmy, Jake's here. And I remember just Jimmy Buffett turning around, he looks at me and he smiles, he goes, Jay! And he gives me a big hug. And I just didn't know what to say. I just couldn't believe all of this was happening. And that was the first night. It was in Waikiki at the Shell 3 years ago. And I sat in with them, and I played Pirate, and I Pirate come Monday, and Dukes on Sunday. And that was my first experience with the great Jimmy Buffett. And I remember after that, he just said, hey man, you're coming on the road with us. He just kind of, took me under his wing, and he's been a great friend and mentor, and and it's just been a blast. I mean, I've been playing the ukulele since I was 4 years old, and I never thought that I'd be touring with Jimmy Buffett. So anyways, well, that's my Jimmy Buffett story, and he's just the greatest guy, He's the same person off stage as he is on stage, and it's really an honor and a pleasure to be touring with him, and to be performing here at his restaurant. So. All right, well, I'm gonna play another tune.